I have a confession to make to all of you that are here this afternoon. The confession is that I am in love with my best friend, and my best friend just happens to be a man. Now, here's the crazy part. The craziest part is that I'm not ashamed to tell you that I'm in love with this man either. I've been in an open relationship with this man since September 12th of 1999, and my wife knows about it, my family knows about it, and so does my son, and all of them seem to be okay with my choice of lifestyle. Honestly, this relationship is more of a friendship than anything else, but it's a type of friendship that is stuck closer than even what I have experienced with my own flesh and blood by way of brothers. Webster's dictionary defines a friend as someone that is attached to, or someone that shows affection to or emotion to. And a best friend can be a family member like a spouse or a sibling or a cousin or anything of that nature, but a best friend can also be someone that's not even a part of your bloodline. Regardless of how your friendship begins or even where your friendships derive from, it seems to make life easier knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you're not facing life without somebody with you. My best friend, he's never left me, and my best friend has never forsaken me. And I want you to think back for just a moment on some of the memories and some of the experiences that maybe you and your best friend have had with one another. Maybe playing on a Little League sports team together is a memory that you have, or going to school together, or even the times when you did something ridiculous and you knew that it was foolish, but your best friend was there to help you through those challenging times. I believe that we all have those memories that can never really be replaced. And we also have the opportunity to continue to develop those memories with the people that we love and with those that we call friends. Well, today I'm going to share with you some of the memories that my best friend and I have together, and some of the memories that we've shared. But I want to give you just a little bit of background about my best friend and who he is, and why my best friend is even worth commemorating. My most cherished memory and all of that I can remember in my life that I share with my best friend has always come when I'm facing some of my most challenging and most difficult circumstances or situations. He always listens, and he always seems to understand when I'm going through some of the most challenging times of my life. Other friends that I have, they may give me like a default response, like it'll be okay or you'll make it through, but not my best friend. He gives me heartfelt responses. He gives me answers that always provide me with exactly what I need and with exactly what I'm looking for. The worst memories of my relationship with my best friend have come when I have caused him pain. I mean, there have been countless times where I have, with premeditation, made decisions that I knew would hurt him, maybe because of my own foolish pride. And each time I felt terrible for what I had done, but amazingly, my best friend, without restraint and without hesitation, he forgave me. It's amazing to have a best friend like this. Here's the craziest part about my best friend. He has never, not even once, done anything to ever hurt me personally. He is so quick to forgive, and he seems to be even quicker to forget. This speech would be pointless if I didn't give you some background about my best friend and some information on him. He is a man who was born in an obscure village. He was the child of a peasant woman. And they moved soon after he was born to a completely different village. He worked as a carpenter all the way up until he was about 30. And then for 3 years he was known as a traveling preacher. My best friend, he never owned a home, and he never wrote a book. He never held a political office. He never even had a family of his own. My best friend never went to college. He had no formal education. He never traveled more than 200 miles from his hometown. Actually, he never even put his feet inside of a big city. He never did one of those things that actually qualified what we would consider somebody to be great. He had no impressive credentials. He was hated as much as he was loved. And eventually people got so annoyed with his ministry and his growing popularity that they ultimately had him crucified. And the thing that amazes me the most about my best friend is that he's never done any wrong to anybody, even those that may not call him friend. He still had love and compassion for the people that crucified him on that cross. And he said, to his Father, forgive them for they don't know what they're doing. Today, I want to commemorate my best friend. His name is Jesus. I don't want to just commemorate him in this speech, but I want to commemorate him or remember him or celebrate him throughout my entire life. For the rest of my days, I want to commemorate Jesus. He is worth commemorating just by the way he loved people. He loves us so much that he literally and physically gave his life for all of us. And it might be argued that he was, the false Messiah. And it might be argued that he was, just crazy and a lunatic. It might even be argued that he was the greatest liar that ever lived. Some may have hated every single thing about my best friend, but he's never hated anybody. He proved his love for humanity and for mankind by sacrificing his life on the cross for us. And what better way to share love? How you doing? Here's my audience.